Hi, I'm Paul Hindmarsh from Line 6 and we're here at Frankfurt at Messe 2014, and Line 6 have just released a brand new product. The NAMM show released AMPLIFi 150 and 75, and now we have the kind of the floor pedal, which is the next one in the generation. So the idea behind AMPLIFi FX100 is to be able to get those sounds and actually be able to take them out to a gig and basically get a whole bunch of different sounds very, very quickly and very, very easily into a floor mount effects processor. The other thing we have is, again, the iOS app. Now, the sounds in here really come from like the Podform library. So by using the app, it means that in a live situation or a rehearsal situation, you don't have to kind of bend down. You don't have to be like sort of fiddling with the unit when it's on the ground. You can actually do it from the iOS, from the iPad, or you can actually do it from your phone. As we saw with AMPLIFi 75 and 150, the editor itself is very, very easy to use. So, as I go in here, if I want to edit those tones, I'm going to the editor here, and it's going to give me 70 different guitar amplifiers. There's 100 different effects and 20 different sort of guitar cabinets in there. And as we can see, very, very quick and easy to do. I've got them categorized into some British amps, into some American amplifiers, into some high gain amplifiers, and it really is as simple as double clicking on the amplifier that you want, and then scrolling and using the sliders to dial in the appropriate tone for the track. I can also edit all of those effects, so 100 different effects. And as you can see, again, lots of ease of use, very, very simple. And I can save any of those tones straight down to the FX100, and I can take that out to a gig, plug it into a PA system, plug it into the front of a guitar amplifier, and I'm up and running very, very quickly. The other thing that we have in common with the AMPLIFi 150 and the one in the 75 is we have the ability to access the Line 6 tone cloud, where we can actually go in and we can start, instead of thinking of things in terms of patches and presets, we can actually start thinking of tones in terms of the names of guitar players, and from like an unlimited database of tones that are created by Line 6 and created by users, we can sort of dial in those tones from anywhere. So let's say, instead of searching around for a patch to play along with a particular song, I wanted to dial in and sort of go for the name of a player. I just type it in here into the iOS app. It's now going on through the Wi-Fi, and it's giving me a whole bunch of tones that are going to get me up and running, getting close to that player's sound. And that will work for any kind of player that you put in there. It's going to use that looking for data from like the guitar player's name, the band name, the song title, anything like that. So let's pick another one. Let's see what we'll come up with. Click on search, and again, a whole bunch of different tones. Straight away, you'll see that some of them have actually got stars beside them. Those are ones that have been rated by the sort of Line 6 community, and those are the ones that you're going to probably be your first sort of port of call to kind of see if that's going to get you as close as you want to the particular tone. So instead of thinking in terms of we've got 100 patches in there, we kind of have an unlimited database of tones. What it'll also do is it'll play back tones from your music library. So if I was to go in here and play back, let's tune here. What we're going to see is it's going to actually play back the audio. So the audio is going to come out of the left and right jack. Guitar sound I can get to come out of the main guitar output. What it's also done on this side of the screen is it's downloaded 4 particular tones for that track. So just a quick way of sounding great and being up and running very, very quickly and easily, and maximising your playing time.
So do these have to be in your database, or can they be in anyone's database and it can analyse the sound from just listening?
It's not analysing the sound. What it's doing from that is it's looking for the data that's attached to that sound file. So it's looking for the name of the guitar player. So somewhere pointing there, somebody's maybe typed in on the description, they've put it in the description, Satriani, they've put Vai, they've put Jimi Hendrix, they've put Prince, any one of those kind of players, or they've put the album title in, something like that. So those tones are being pulled from that database.
So who analyses the tones and figures out how?
That's the Line 6 community. So that's the user. So that could be me. It could be me that I program the tones. It could be you if you're using this app with AMPLIFi 75, 150, or now the FX100. You could kind of become a bit of a sort of tone ambassador, if you like, where your tone would have your name attached to it, and I might decide that your tones are fantastic, and your tones might be the first tones that I'll look for as my kind of favourite tones. If I want a rock tone, I might know that your particular tone is the one that I'm going to want.
So it's designed pretty much to sort of inform and generate a tone community.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, informs is a very, very good description of it, because if you're not particularly good at dialing in those tones yourself, you may not know why Joe Satriani surfing with the Alien had a particular sound to it. You may not know what kind of amplifier he used, what kind of effects he used, but if you find the tone that's in there that's pretty close to what the sound that you want, or very close to the sound that you want, you can go in there and you can see what another user has actually put in. So here we've got them using the Soldano head. There's no delay on there, just a little bit of reverb. But I can go in there and I can see what kind of reverb that they choose to use, or what kind of maybe effects they put in the front end of the amplifier as well. So in Form, it's a great way of learning how to program tones.
Is it in effect a kind of guitar tone wiki? Can people update that if they find out more information about what's actually used?
Yeah, you could go in, you could edit that tone. So, I mean, if I wanted to update this tone that was there, so let's say I think that's a great tone, but I think the delay time is wrong and it needs a little bit of a tweak. I can then go on there and I can save that tone, and I can save it to the iPad, I can save it to the FX100, or I can actually save it to and publish that tone for other users around the world to download straight away as well.
So would it be based on the original tone that you used and then version 2? Or?
It would carry my name. So it would be, I would have edited that tone, but it would then carry my name, and people could search for it again through the Satriani or through my name. So yeah, so you're editing tones, and that library is going to be growing enormously. But that's why we have the starring system and the rating system, so you can instantly get on there and download see the correct tones straight away, or the most popular tones.
So can you go through again the communication between the system?
Yeah, the communication between the system is Bluetooth. It's very, very simple and straightforward. So I was lucky enough just before we came out to Frankfurt to use this in the band practice, and obviously I was able to control the sounds from being on the floor, and actually controlled it with my iPhone, and I just had that sitting on the amp in the rehearsal room, and it was very quick and easy just dialing those sounds. So it's Bluetooth. You just pair your iOS device to the FX100, click on the Bluetooth button there, and once they're paired, they're going to talk to each other.
Can you have more than one device paired at a time?
No, just one device at a time.
So it's probably a good idea for security.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyone else messing with your tones while you're on stage?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And what's the range?
The range on this, we're looking, it's about 30 feet. It's like Bluetooth kind of thing, so further than I'd ever need to be away from the amp if I was dialing in a tone, I think.
Sounds good. Do you want to give us a few tones?
Yeah, sure.